David, thank you. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic. Then on Tuesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Wiggins and Covington are the forward pair. The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. And it's Towns in at center. And for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward.
The Spurs in a transition period. No Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, all retired or have moved on. Interesting to see how they stay competitive.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Murray against Teague. Here's Towns. San Antonio with the rebound. Steve, the Spurs have great consistency, but you have to wonder, how does this team find its way back into title contention?
Yes, Kevin, great question. Losing Kawhi Leonard, it really hurt the San Antonio Spurs. This organization has to do some soul searching on how that went bad. But how they do it, they have to draft great again. They have to keep developing young players, and that chemistry has to continue to be elite.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pirtle. And so it's Minnesota with it. Towns finds Covington. Clock at 6. Culver in the corner. Here's the 3.
0 for 3 now in the early going, just a little bit out of sync.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. White. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management and ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the team that you don't have a chance to win that championship.
The 29th pick in 2017 by the Spurs. Their injuries last year created an opportunity for Derek White to show Greg what he can do with steady minutes.
And White at 6'4", capable of manning either guard spot. A shooter, a playmaker, and an all-defensive team in college. He is definitely a keeper.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
He misses the free throw.
And you gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up.
He hits the second from the line. You know, it's easy to see why, Greg, Covington has been named to first-team all-defense in the past.
The team is noticeably different when his defensive presence is missing. I mean, rare to find a perimeter player who is as good as him, both on and off the ball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Passes it to Wiggins. with some arc. Nice D from DeRozan.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And it's Murray, that time on the assist from DeRozan. Murray's got his second basket of the game.
DeMar's a magnet for defensive attention. You see the overreaction leading to a wide open man.
There's the pass to Towns. Inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Murray. Aldridge down low. Teague covering, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Towns.
Terrific pump fake by Lamarcus Aldridge. Defensively, you have to do a better job of staying down and living with the quality contest.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, Lamarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
That's good from Aldridge. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's. Great, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
And so Lamarcus Aldridge nails them both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Towns kicks to Wiggins. Nice D from DeRozan.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, the first 9 seasons of DeMar DeRozan's career in Toronto, it had become home for him. Last season, the adversity of a trade that sent him to San Antonio.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Smitty, a real adjustment for DeRozan, leaving behind the only NBA team he had ever known after so long.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in taking the Raptors franchise to new heights. A lot of emotions. I think he understands he's going to grow from that experience.
Both free throws good from DeRozan.
So tough to guard. DeRozan with the strength, the near 40-inch vertical, and he loves to challenge you.
Now here's Teague, and they call an illegal screen here.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White.
Last season's performance for him. Last year averaged 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers, nothing spectacular in his rookie season, but he's still got a lot of room for growth.
Let's forget last year. That was about development. This year, it's about contributing.
Now here's White. Over Wiggins. He sinks the 11-footer.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Teague bounce pass. Culver with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside, Towns. Fires the 3, and Culver gets it to go on the assist by Teague.
And looking good there from distance. Culver fundamentally sound with his jumper.
Pass to Pirtle. Here's Aldridge. Banked in off the glass.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. Culver kicks to Teague. And it's Culver, top of the key. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Towns trying to get open, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
All that length, Aldridge able to close airspace quickly.
Murray, no good. Timberwolves trail by 8. Wiggins surveying the floor. Knocked away. It's stolen by DeRozan. Murray with it. Picked up by Teague. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. And that's now 7 points for Aldridge.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Here's Teague. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. That's tipped and stolen by Jeff Teague. Minnesota again turning it over. Rudy Gay's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Minnesota also with the sub. Zhang's checked in. San Antonio leading by 11. DeRozan. And Culver pulls it down. Tipped away. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
And checking out the stats for Aldridge. Coming off a terrific season. 18th in rebounding, 18th in blocks, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And like you said, one of the better rebounders in the league last season. He displayed a tireless work ethic that I think really rubbed off on the team. Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Poked loose and stolen by Aldridge. Now Murray. Passes to Aldridge. Rebound by Zhang. Timberwolves trail by 11. To the middle. Trying to get something going. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
Out of town, the 2018 draft, Smitty. Who do you think has the highest ceiling of that group?
Kevin, I love that question because it's not who's the best player who has the best talent. It's the ceiling. I think Jaren Jackson Jr., Marvin Bagley, those guys have so much room to grow. The Doncic and the Trae Young, those guys are fantastic. They have room to grow, but I think those two have a lot of room to grow, and they're already good.
Free throw drops for Covington. San Antonio leading by 8. And the pass to Lyles. Deep 2 from Carroll. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Okogie, the pass to Covington. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. 8-point game. Here's Covington, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
76% from the line a season ago.
That free throw, no good. And And the second free throw, good. And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 7. He kicks to Carroll. Pass to Lyles. And the shot goes down. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Okogie. Now here's Covington. He has 5. It's up a 3, and Okogie hits from deep.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now here's Mills, defended by Covington. Mills passes to Lyles, and the rejection by Jang. It's Covington on the wing, covered by Mills, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Timberwolves shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And he knocks down the first one. Lonley's checked in for Jang. And both free throws good for Covington. San Antonio leading by 4. Passes it to Carroll. It's Gay on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Steps back and drains the jump shot.
Getting it done inside. Rudy Gay not just floating around the perimeter.
Okogie, the pass to Layman, down low. And the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Carroll. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Gay outside. Fires from 14. Unable to get that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Layman. Carroll covering. Outside Covington. Here's Vonleh. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now here's Mills, defended by Bell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship past.
Yes, he's taking on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. And Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Now here's Teague. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The pass to Layman. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. The shot by Vonleh, no good.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Gabe. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 13 points per, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Totally. You want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. He definitely keeps you solid up front.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Spurs leading by 3. Mills passes to Lyles. Here's Bellinelli. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Noah Vonleh. The Spurs have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of do-it-all big man.
Specifically how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
No good off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Okogie misses. And it's Carroll with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 3-point game.
I like Rudy Gay on that play, being very aggressive and showing people how to get it done.
Now here's Teague. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's hauled in by Lyles.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
52 seconds left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Mills can't hit from 12. Timberwolves trail by 5 to the paint. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Okogie's got 9.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Mills with it. Vonleh on him. Mills can't hit. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Layman kicks to Teague. Out to the right wing. For 3, Okogie hits it from 3-point range. Okogie's got the game tied up here for Minnesota. Tie game in San Antonio. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day, never take no days for granted.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Teague is flanked by Okogie in the backcourt. Conley and Towns, the duo inside. And it's Layman in at the three. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, Smitty, the game is evolving. We know that. New moves and techniques developed. Talk about some that have grown in popularity since the time of your retirement to now.
You know, the step back is one, and then also the step back is one. The Euro step, and I think also guys right now being able to launch their bodies into guys. I don't want to say it's a move, but that's how guys are playing. Because you can't hand check, guys are throwing their body into the defender on the move even more.
And some changes here for the Spurs. DeRozan comes in for Damari Carroll, and Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. Timberwolves also changing it up. Wiggins comes in for Jake Layman, and Culver's subbed in for Teague. And he's good on the second. Spurs trail by 3. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Bellinelli passes to Gay. Here's Aldridge. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Aldridge has got 9.
Great concentration by Aldridge. Lots of heat on him in there. Doesn't matter.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin Lamarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, Lamarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done.
The savvy and body control of DeRozan. It allows him to finish the play through contact and get to the line.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
One shot.
And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, with how great DeMar DeRozan is at scoring, you know he's going to get to the line a few times every game.
The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And here's Culver. Pass to Okogie. Puts it up from 15. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
He's off on the first. Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
Good on the second free throw.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
A nice shot by Culver.
Shooting off the catch is about confidence. There, Culver demonstrating how it's done.
Poked away. Here's Okogie. White covering. And White with the block. Now here's Bellinelli. He's tightly guarded. Kicks to DeRozan. Outside White. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
And the first one at the line is good. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Spurs. That one falls, so he hits both of them. White with it. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. DeRozan against Wiggins. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. DeRozan. That's good. DeRozan's got it all tied up now for San Antonio.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside, Towns. Pass to Okogie. A floater. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Aldridge. DeRozan passes to Poeltl. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Okogie. It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game. And so White will bring it up for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. Forbes can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Towns kicks to Culver. Here's Okogie. 13 points in the game. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Covington's checked in. Passes it to Culver. 5 on the clock. From deep. But they get it back. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Knocks it loose. Culver with the steal. Covington into the lane. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. San Antonio trailing here. Now White. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Injuries pressing Derek White into a much bigger role in year 2. But you know what, Smitty? He rose to the occasion.
You know, I love him. He has great size at 6'4" for a point guard. Good instincts. He can shoot. He can create. I love his versatility.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Andrew Wiggins. How he did last season. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the calls.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
The Spurs making a switch here. Isles checked in. And it's White missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And it's Wiggins missing. San Antonio leading. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
This is an area Forbes has worked on. Makes it trickier to close out on him when you know he can put it on the deck.
Towns kicks to Wiggins. Now here's Covington. He's got 9. Shoots over Lyles. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Spurs leading by 3. Here's White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, he's standing 6'11" with a 7'5" wingspan. Lamarcus Aldridge prefers playing power forward, but make no mistake, he has the size to hang with the big dogs at center.
And with his height and reach, not many that can block Aldridge's turnaround jumper.
His release on his jump shot is so high. The rainbow arc, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Some changes for Minnesota. Bell is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Teague in for Wiggins. And both free throws good for White. Timberwolves trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now the pass to Jang. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And it's Teague, that time on the assist by Culver. Teague's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bell against DeRozan. High post try. That's good on the jump shot. DeRozan's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Pass to Bell. To the inside. Jang. And finished off by Jang.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And the Spurs with some changes. Rudy Gay's checked in for Aldridge. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Derek White. And then for Minnesota, Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Jang. And Layman subbed in for Culver. Mills can't hit. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Pass to Bell. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Wiles kicks to Carroll. Back to Wiles. And it's blocked, and he's able to get it back.
Good job by Bell not giving up on the play, tracking the ball and blocking the shot.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Jeff Teague. High arcing shot. Vonleh, the pass to Bell. Outside Covington. 5 to shoot. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Mills dishes to Carroll. A floater. That shot is off. Good D by Bell. Here's Minnesota. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Here's Layman. No points in the game yet for him. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. Murray comes in for Patty Mills. Throw good, Vonleh, and San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Spurs trail by 8. Murray outside. pass to Gay. Will it go? And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
And Steve, the size and athleticism of Gay has always set him apart at that small forward position.
He's able to make something out of nothing, playing over the top most of the time of his defender. He is dangerous.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Gay.
Rudy Gay has been in the league for over a decade now, a valuable wingman with incredible length.
And so he's able to get one of 2. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 15-3 run right now. Here's Layman. Bellinelli is covering. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Teague's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Down low. Carroll kicks to Lyles. San Antonio again missing.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And here is Bellinelli. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Minnesota making a switch here. Okogie's checked in. Both free throws good from Bellinelli.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside Teague. No good that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Gay. Offensive rebound. Bell with the block. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Teague, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
And the first one drops.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
Culver's checked in for the Timberwolves. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Spurs trail by 10.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Trying to squeeze out every extra possession, but they have to work fast.
And it's Murray penetrating. Good D by Bell.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Teague the pass to Bell. But he stays with it.
Right there, Bell with the athleticism, attacks the offensive boards. This is where he can pick up some easy points.
And so it's Minnesota up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Jeff, you guys had a great first half. Is the key to the second half to continue to be that aggressive?
Yeah, we got to play defense. They're a really good team. They're going to play hard. They're real physical. We just got to come out and keep guarding.
Jeff, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was all theirs. Major uptick in offensive and defensive intensity as they did their jobs with precision, now sitting on a comfortable 12-point lead at the half. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And Murray's got the ball here for the Spurs. A 12-point game. It's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Murray out there with White. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Outside Teague. Takes it from 10. And too long on the shot. Spurs shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. White looking around. The pass to Aldridge. Rebound Minnesota.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Culver's shot is off. Spurs trail by 12. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
That's just too easy. DeMar getting the shot he wants and where he wants.
Teague drives in. The putback. Clanks the putback jam.
Ugh, ugly start. The second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And the rejection by Towns.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Murray, the pass to DeRozan. Now Aldridge. Right wing, 6 to shoot. Murray against Covington. From deep 3-point range, Jeff Teague with the rebound. Teague's got 4 rebounds now tonight. This one for 3, and Covington gets it to go on the assist by Wiggins.
Have to guard Covington at all times from outside the arc. He is lethal from deep.
Fires from 14. Yep, that one goes. White's got 9.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Teague dishes to Towns. For 3, Covington. A rebound by the Spurs. Aldridge has got 8 rebounds in this game. DeRozan surveying the D. Over to the left wing. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns.
Last season, he played outstanding. 7th in rebounding, 9th in blocks, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Here's DeRozan, and stolen by Wiggins. The shot by Culver, nobody around. Bangs home the trifecta. Culver's got 8 points.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Towns.
That's a great job drawing the foul, getting to the line. Murray's crafty, especially for his age.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
No good on that one. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Robert Covington. And the second free throw, good.
I can't wait to see Murray reach his full potential. Reason why? Because he has a lot of it.
DeRozan against Wiggins. Trying to get open is Jang, and it's Wiggins missing.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
White. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Wiggins against White. And that one's good. Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 points this quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Murray outside. Here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 16 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Physical defense, but DeRozan with great focus and great upper body strength.
Here's Wiggins, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
Knocked loose. Murray the pass to Pirtle. Teague with the ball. 8 points for him. Sweet little floater. Teague's got 10 points in the game.
Teague knows exactly when to release that floater where nobody on the floor can get to it.
Murray the pass to DeRozan. Over Wiggins. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Culver. Plays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over him.
Timeout.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
A different look now for San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for Pirtle. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Minnesota also with the sub. Okogie's checked in for Culver. On defense, Minnesota. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game.
Watch the screen.
DeRozan dishes to Aldridge. Tries again, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I love the body control to take the hit, still convert. Aldridge now going to the line for one more.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. That free throw good from Aldridge.
He's a big man you do not want to send to the line. Lamarcus is over 80% for his career.
Feeds it to Towns. You can't hit that time. Nice D from Aldridge. Towns with the steal. Yep, it counts. Towns has got 9.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And stolen by Aldridge. Now here's Mills. Teague covering. Spurs working the ball around now. Aldridge double teamed, and Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success: ownership, ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And, Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Aldridge. Timberwolves leading by 14. Teague the pass to Okogie. Off target from three-point range.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Pass to Aldridge. Gay outside. Over Vonleh. Connects on the foul line jumper. 7 points for Rudy Gay.
He always has the green light to take those kinds of shots because he is absolutely lethal from there.
Here's Okogie. He's got 15. Here's Wiggins, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Now Mills passes it to Gay. Second chance shot. Missed inside.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Now here's Mills. Gay left side. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Here's Okogie. He's got 17. Here's Wiggins, and the foul on Jordan Bell. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Spurs with some changes. Lyles checked in for Aldridge. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Patty Mills. And it's Carroll with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. And Forbes kicks to Lyles. And here is Bellinelli. From the arc, Andrew Wiggins grabs the board.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
They get it again. And the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got 6 points in the quarter. Spurs trail by 20. Forbes the pass to Lyles. Wiggins against Bellinelli. Now here's Carroll. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 5. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Now we get a chance to check out Forbes. How he performed last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Robert Covington's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Covington dishes to Teague. They get a hand on it. Wiggins outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. Greg, no secret that many Minnesota fans are questioning the contract they gave to Andrew Wiggins as his development has seemed to plateau.
And with all due respect to Wiggins, it would be worth worrying about if you're a Timberwolves fan. Wiggins has taken a step backwards, I feel, the last few years in his scoring and seemingly has lost the edge to his game that made him such a promising young star.
Free throw good, Wiggins. And he makes both free throws. 1:53 left to play in the third. Here is Forbes. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Okogie misses. San Antonio's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Bellinelli with it. Top of the key, Lyles. Shot clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Teague feeling it out a bit. There's the dish to Bell. Buries it down low. Bell's got 8.
You know, you get plenty of time in this league to work on your craft, and Bell is making the most of it.
In the corner, it's Bellinelli. Rebound, Minnesota. Bell's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Okogie. Another shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
The pass to Lyles. Shoots over Covington. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And so it's Minnesota finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. And it's Okogie in at the point guard position. And Pirtle sends it back. And Towns throws it down.
Shooting 1.
The defensive impact of Jakob Poeltl giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
Nadu, he's checked in for the Spurs. Walker comes in for Derek White.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Towns. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Poeltl can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best role threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
Pass to Medu. Over Napier. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Spurs shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Murray against Towns. Murray the pass to Poeltl. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
11 feet away, and it's Napier missing. On offense, here are the Spurs. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Poeltl. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And then I think also for a lot of players, they're not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
Gorgie Dang's checked in for Minnesota. Just 5 on the clock. Knocked loose. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Now here's Napier. He's covered by Murray. Good, nice play there from Napier. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
A season loss to injury for DeJounte Murray. He's eager to make up for the lost time, continuing his development.
And the potential, Smitty, for DeJounte Murray is evident.
He's already a tough defender. He has great size and length for the point guard position. Offense is where he has to grow.
The first one falls. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. And so Murray nails both of them.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Passes to Layman. From 13, Jang, no luck. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Walker. And Layman pulls it down. The Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And it's Napier missing. On offense, here are the Spurs.
Okay, now, Carroll.
Now, Carroll. And there's the pass to Pirtle. And the layup's good off the glass. Pirtle's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Pass to Jang. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And San Antonio shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Walker surveying the floor. Now here's Carroll. 5 on the clock. Shot on the wing. He goes up again, and Pirtle lays it up and in.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Now here's Napier. He's covered by Murray. And it's Napier missing.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Here's Murray. Medu passes to Murray. Pirtle kicks to Walker.
Hey, yo.
Pass to Carroll from outside the arc. Here's Pirtle and the rejection by Jang. And he gets it back. Shot's good by Walker.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Lamarcus Aldridge is checked in for Medu. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Damari Carroll. And Derek White subbed in for Walker. Wiggins left side. They could use a bucket. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taking advantage of what the defense allows.
Back to Aldridge. Over Vonleh, and Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Murray. 16 points for Lamarcus Aldridge.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
Pirtle with the steal. And here is Murray. Outside DeRozan. Beyond the arc. The shot will not fall. And Minnesota will come the other way. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. And their journey is just getting started. That'll be the second of 7 straight on the road.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
DeRozan against Wiggins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one-and-dones would be gone. You like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25. There's something in place to help these guys, especially some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
And he makes the first. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Covington's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's T. Out to the right wing. Towns, the pass to Wiggins. No good with the triple. And here are the Spurs. They're on a 15-6 run. Murray outside. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in. Aldridge has got 20 points.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half. And that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Here's Culver, and the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, three-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Culver. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
That one is no good.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Free throw good, Murray. So he gets them both. So it's Minnesota now. The lead is 15. Passes it to Culver. Now the pass to Wiggins. That one doesn't go. Nice D from DeRozan. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. And DeRozan, here we go. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's Teague. Kept alive. Murray with the defensive effort. Spurs trail by 13. DeRozan on the wing. Good D by Covington.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And that attacking mindset, when Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Murray outside. Towns with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Teague with the ball. Pass to Culver. Pass to Wiggins. Outside Teague. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 4th assist in this one. San Antonio calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
and he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. Timberwolves leading by 17. Here's T. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
He hits both from the stripe. Spurs trail by 19. Murray with it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Robert Covington picks one up.
Lightning quick with length. Murray's most dangerous when he's putting the ball on the floor.
Free throw good, Murray. And so Murray nails both of them. Minnesota leading by 17. Minnesota calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Now here's Culver. White covering. Culver kicks to Towns. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And it's DeRozan missing. Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Teague finds Towns. Timberwolves passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here's White. Lays it up off the glass.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Passes it to Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First free throw is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Spurs trail by 16. Here's White. Makes it off the glass.
Savvy assist by the veteran Aldridge. Sees the missed defensive rotation and takes advantage.
White's gone 4 of 7 from the field here. Wiggins outside. The pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. It's stolen by DeRozan. 1:25 left in the fourth. Second shot opportunity, and the rejection by Towns. Now Teague. Now here's Culver. Pass to Towns. DeRozan with the rebound. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Spurs. They trail by 14.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Timberwolves.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
Seven-second difference, shot and game clock. And here's Gay. Clock at 6. Elbow shot is on the way. That one a little long. Here's Jang. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.